Good morning, and welcome to this week's edition of Marquette in Motion. We're your hosts, Hallie Kilberg
and Miranda Peters.
On today's show, we'll be discussing how the Marquette elementary students celebrated the 100th day of school,
giving you all the details on the upcoming Catholic Schools Week,
filling you in on the annual Marquette Steak Fry,
answering more advice-related questions in You Ask, We Answer,
giving you all the sports and updates,
and interviewing a Marquette senior, Ellie Sieverding.
Students this week celebrated a very fun milestone in an elementary kid's year, the 100th day of school.
The 100th day of school fell on Thursday, January 26th.
The kindergarten through 5th grade students kicked off the day by coming dressed like they were 100 years old. Many of the teachers also joined in on the fun, dressing like they were 100 years old as well.
Some classes made structures using 100 blocks or pipe cleaners,
talking about life 100 years ago,
trying to predict what will happen 100 years from now,
reading about the 100th day of school,
writing about what they would do with $100,
envisioning how they will spend their time when they are 100 years old,
creating pictures out of the numbers 1, 0, and 0.
And then there's my favorite, making the classic 100-piece Fruit Loop necklace.
And here to keep you in the loop of Catholic Schools Week is our very own Justina Denlinger.
Catholic Schools Week is quickly approaching for Marquette students. The fun kicks off on Monday, January 30th, as kindergarten through 8th grade students will be attending Mass at 8:25 a.m. and will later be visiting skate country in Dubuque. Because Marquette is hosting Tech this weekend, no high school classes will be held on Monday. On Tuesday, January 31st, there will be no Mass. However, there will be a talent show that will begin at 10 a.m. in the MEC. Following the talent show, parents are invited to come eat lunch with their children. Just a side note, the lunch happens to be tacos that day. Other events for the week include the Takeaway Hunger Meal Packaging event on Wednesday, February 1st. Students and teachers raised over $2,500 and will be packaging over 10,000 rice and soy meals to be distributed to the hungry. On Thursday, February 2nd, mini courses will be held for Marquette's K-8 students in the morning. Some of the 15 exciting mini courses offered that day include pizza making, forensics, line dancing, dog training, and Lego building, just to name a few. Christian performer Frank Runyon will be performing Salt and Light, a comedy for kids for K-8 students in the afternoon. On Friday, February 3rd, an all-system mass will be held in the morning with faith-themed Minute to Win It games to follow. We're looking forward to next week. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Justina Denlinger. Stay tuned, more Marquette in Motion is on the way.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now with some sizzling news is Katherine Heimbuck.
The annual steak fry dinner is coming up, and as always, will be too delicious to miss. On Friday, February 3rd, the steak dinner will be held at the Knights of Columbus Hall in Bellevue. If you do not know where that is, here is the address, 100 South 2nd Street, Bellevue. The steak fry dinner featuring Calmus's steak will be from 5:30 to 8:30, with each meal costing $17. This event is an annual fundraiser with proceeds going to Marquette's Activity Fund. If you'd like tickets, please see a Marquette student, as tickets have been given out to the youngest member in each Marquette family. If you don't like steak, don't worry. Chicken will be offered too. With either entree comes potatoes, vegetables, salad, dessert, and milk or juice. Please come on out February 3rd to support our Activity Fund and enjoy a hearty meal. From Marquette in Motion, this has been Katherine Heimbuck.
Thanks, Katherine. Okay, now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the show. You ask, we answer. Let's dive right in. Are you guys ready?
Absolutely. We're ready.
All right, question number 1 reads, I'm on the JV basketball team, and the season is wrapping up, while varsity hopefully has a few weeks left. Do you think that I should still attend practices, or am I just getting in the way of the varsity?
I would say that you should still participate in practice for the varsity. It helps drills needing lots of people go by a lot smoother, and the coaches will definitely like you more if you stay and wrap up the season with the varsity as they continue on in their district games.
Okay, and now for the second one. In your opinion, is it better to spend less time studying and more time with family, or less time with family and more time studying at night?
You know, I think that there's no set answer to that. It's just all about balance. And your grade, you need to look at your grades and see what you need to do more. And over time, especially as you get to senior year, you'll be pretty good at balancing and be able to have a well-rounded high school career.
And last but not least, with the middle school now being in the same building as the high school, at the end of the day I have to walk through the junior high kids to leave. They clog up the middle of the hall and don't move at all. How do I address this problem?
I guess you just need to be patient and just let them know when they are in the way. Don't just wait there for them to get out of the way, because they might not even know you're trying to get through. Just ask them politely if they could get closer to the locker or stay on the right side in the hallway.
Okay, thanks for all that great advice, guys. Stay tuned. More Marquette in Motion after the break.
Welcome back to Marquette in Motion. Here now with your sports and updates are Sam Peters and Jonathan Herrig.
Thanks, Miranda. This past week, Marquette played against 3 conference teams. The first was against Easton Valley, where Marquette's varsity girls came out with a strong win with a 15-point lead in the end, but the varsity boys were unable to do the same, where they trailed Easton Valley boys by 14. On Tuesday night, the Marquette teams played against the teams of Prince of Peace, also at home. The JV boys won in the end in a very close game. The varsity girls had a very strong lead against Prince of Peace's girls team once again, and once again the varsity boys were unable to get a win against this strong conference team. Yesterday, Marquette played a quad at home against Cal Wheat, but we will have those results here for you next week.
Thanks, Jonathan. A week ago today, Marquette's large group speech participants performed at the district speech competition. Everyone performed well, and here are all the people who qualified for the state speech competition and earned the score of 1. In ensemble, Marissa Schrader, Amanda Coos, Allison Hager, and Anna Schmidt performed 8 times 4 equals China, earning a 1. People performing The Mouse and the Raven included Macy Kramer, Brooklyn Moore, Sydney Jacobs, Sunny North, and Lauren Searding. Also, the large group improv troupe qualified for state, which consists of Jonathan Herrig, Garrett Krieg, Jeb Schwager, Danny Coos, and Sam Peters. All of these thespians will perform next week at the state speech competition in Cedar Rapids. And remember, the Marquette Catholic Annual Steak Fry will be Friday, February 3rd, serving from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Bellevue KC Hall. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Sam Peters.
And Jonathan Herrig with your Marquette Sports and Updates report.
Thanks, guys. Now interviewing Ellie Sieverding is our very own Brooklyn Moore.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brooklyn Moore, and today I'll be interviewing Marquette's Student Body President, Ellie Sieverding. Would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I have lived in Bellevue all my life. I have 5 sisters, and my parents are Mark and Sherry Sieverding.
Okay. What are some activities you participate in, school or outside of school?
Well, school-wise, I'm in PEP Club, Students Against Destructive Decisions, Student Council, and then I participate in musical and plays, and also Student Council.
Sounds like you're busy. So what's the most important thing you've learned about staying involved?
I've learned how to really balance my time well. When I was freshman and sophomore, I was really bad at procrastinating, so I learned not to do that.
Yeah. Do you know where you want to go to college?
Right now I'm deciding between University of Northern Iowa and Loras College.
Okay, what makes you want to go to one or the other? What qualities do they have, I guess?
Well, I like Loras because my sister's gone there, so I know the campus like the back of my hand, and it's pretty familiar to me. But then I like UNI because it's something new and exciting.
Okay, do you know what you want to major in yet?
No, I'm undecided, but I might be doing business.
Maybe, that sounds good. What made you interested in business, or do you think there's like a lot of future for it?
Yeah, just a lot of options when I graduate college for jobs.
Okay, who's your role model?
Probably Mrs. Timmerman. I've spent a lot of time with her through student council, with her being the student council advisor. And she has a lot of stuff on her plate, but yet she stays organized and she has humor while doing it.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago you were crowned Marquette's homecoming queen. So the question we're all wondering about is, who is your favorite Disney royalty?
Probably Sleeping Beauty. I've loved that movie ever since I was little. I always wanted to be Aurora.
Me too. What's your favorite thing to do when you're not busy with student council or even cross country?
Probably just watching movies with my family or friends or reading a good book.
Same. Last question. Do you have any advice for the upcoming senior class?
Don't take any minute of high school for granted.
Well, that concludes our interview. Thanks for letting me interview you, Ellie, and thanks to all of our listeners. For Marquette in Motion, this has been Brooklyn Moore with Tell Us More.
Thanks for reporting, everyone.
And thank you for tuning in.
For Marquette in Motion, this has been Miranda Peters.
And Hallie Kilberg.
And remember, stay informed, stay involved, stay
in motion.